What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Quant today, Quant USD on Coinbase. This is the most historical data that I could find on TradingView. I know it goes back. It's been in existence since 2018, like the middle of 2018, but this is what we got. This one comes to us at the request of Bitcoin Jason. Shout out to the man himself. Looking at it here, it's not really the most bullish looking chart, is it? But there might be some details in the chart that we're missing. So let's just see here. Looking at it on the weekly RSI, you are very close to your oversold zone. I would expect that you do get into your oversold zone and then bounce from there. It's very strange, in my opinion, to bounce from this area in the RSI, but it can happen. You know, nothing is certain. Nothing has to happen a certain way, but I would think that it comes lower than its current lows, is what that would mean. It is possible that you could have higher lows and then lower lows. That is hidden bullish divergence, where you have lower lows in the price or in the RSI, but higher lows in the price itself. Lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in the price is hidden bullish divergence. But I don't know. You know, that would take more time, which it can happen, but this would just be kind of a weird place to bounce. So one way or another, whether it goes lower from here or it bounces from here, I don't think that it's go time just yet for this thing. Its market cap is worth $1.3 billion with a B. If we're looking at this on a fib perspective from low to high, yeah, man, we're like really close to this 618, huh? Not close enough, in my opinion. So I do think, just looking at this, I would personally expect that you do come down. You're at $89, almost $90 now. I would think that you go below $78, but above $69. Potentially lower than that, but lower is what I would think. The overall climate of crypto is kind of bullish right now, so maybe you do come up and form another lower high, and then you do end up having that move that takes you into the oversold zone on the weekly RSI. Looking at the daily here, moving into that. Very weak looking RSI, man. This could have been your lower high right here. Maybe you do move up. You're at 90, basically $90. Maybe move up to just under 100 or even just over 100. But all in all, I think it's going to be a lower high. Below this purple line is where I think you will stay, and you will continue to move down. That's my genuine opinion if I had to give one. It does look weak. It does look more weak on the, it looks weak on the weekly, but, again, that takes time to form. So, this could be the beginning of something beautiful, but as we're looking at these more immediate term time frames, you have hidden bearish divergence here, lower highs, lower lows, very weak, very, very weak RSI, man. And then the 4 hour, same thing, man. Hidden bearish divergence. It doesn't look too strong. It wouldn't surprise me, very much would not surprise me if it went below this here. Now, how does it do for the bull market itself? I don't personally know or have an opinion on Quant. I hear a lot of good things, and I hope it does well for the people who are invested in it, but I'm not really one way or another. If it does well, cool. It'll just be another coin that I miss out on, because I'm probably not going to I'm definitely not putting my money into it. That doesn't mean that I don't think it's legitimate. I do think that there is a good community behind this. From what I know, it is a decent coin, but it's not worth the risk, in my opinion. It is a pretty high market cap, 1.3 billion. If you wanted to see this thing do something like a 100x, that would be, and I know 100x, that's crazy, but there are plenty of coins that I think have more potential for a 100x than this coin. It is worth $1.3 billion right now. Does it deserve a market cap over $100 billion? I personally don't think so. That's just my opinion. It can, but 100x for Quant would be a $8,900, basically a $9,000 price, and I don't see that happening by the end of this cycle. But if we were to get like a kind of price idea for the end of this cycle, if this is the low, which I think it is from top to bottom there. I was drawing this to show you, right? The 236, the $70 line from bottom to top, it's literally flush with this sweet spot, right, where I think that it's going to find its low. So just keep that in mind. I do think it goes lower. Even if it goes up from here a little bit, it'll just be a lower high, and then I think it does go lower around this 236 area, actually. And then from there, we can talk if it does get to new all-time highs, especially if it really needs to, on a monthly basis, close above $174, above this monthly close here. If it can close above that, man. Yeah, if it can close above 174, then I think it will, the potential to go to $814 or maybe $1,843 is there. But again, that's not 100x, is it? From the current price, that would be about an 8x, 9x, and then to the 1618, that would be something just over a 20x, which is fantastic. You can't be upset with a 2x. You can't be upset with a 20x. You know what I mean? Like that's great. It's much better than losing money. If you're making money, you're doing it right. But I think that there are, this is kind of like the optimistic look, I would say, right? There are coins with a lot more potential that have a lot higher optimistic looks than this thing does, in my opinion. With that being said, is it possible for this thing to do a 100x this cycle? Sure, it's possible. A price like that, that would bring it all the way up to this 2272, which is a very common area for cryptos to top off, so that is a possibility. I personally don't believe that, but man, there's plenty of coins that I didn't believe would do things that they did. Could this be another one? Absolutely. I'm not going to be right or wrong all the time, but if I am wrong about it, it's one that I will personally be happy to sit out on. But I do think at the moment, I feel like I'm just shitting on it. I'm not trying to shit on it at all. I do think it's a legitimate project, and I do think that it has a good bull market. But at the moment, I think it goes down from its current price. I mean, maybe it goes up in the short term, but down lower to around $70, right? Something around there. And then from there, we can talk upside. But that'll probably happen in the coming weeks to months. So not today, not tomorrow, but I mean, maybe it happens, before the end of October, because we are starting to tilt at a faster rate here. But time will tell. One way or another, I think we're going lower before we start making any significant strides higher. So that's all I got for you guys. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up. Any new subscribers are welcome and appreciated always. All the old subscribers, you guys already know you're appreciated. Thank you all so much. Hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful night, wherever you are in the world. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.